So, hello students, hope you all are doing well. So, let's continue our today lecture, and our today topic is, guys, the conditional statement in your Python program. Okay, so as the name is suggesting that you have to put it any kind of condition in your Python program means the condition means if simply I will take a variable. So let's take a variable a is equals to you can give any value here. Okay, so let's take 5 here. Okay, so a is equals to 5, and let's take another variable because we have to perform the conditional statement means we have to compare between two values. Okay, so that's why we need two variables. Okay, so I will take I had taken a, and let's take another variable, and value I will take it here 6. Okay, so a is equals to 5 and b is equals to 6. Okay, and now we have to perform some kind of operations here. Okay, so if I will told you that you have to print any kind of message. Okay, you have to print any kind of message, like if your a is greater than b, then you have to print let's say a simple message that your a is greater than b. Okay, so this kind of operation we have to perform, and this kind of operations are called the conditional statements. Okay, so we had seen that conditional operators in your Python in our previous lecture. Okay, so if you had not seen our lecture, so I will highly recommend that first of all go for the operators in Python. I will give the link of my that particular video. Okay, also. So and then after I will suggest come to the this lecture that is your conditional statement. Okay, so let's start. So we have to simply compare. Okay, so I will take a if statement. Okay, so your if is a if means agar. Okay, that means we have to compare. Okay, so if your a is greater than b. Okay, here we are simply trying to put a condition. Okay, if means if I will told you in Hindi language that if is your agar, you can say that agar. Okay, so means if your a is greater than b. Okay, then in this particular case we have to print any kind of message. Okay, so I will print let's say your a is greater. Okay, a is greater. Okay, and then after we have to provide a else statement. Else means if condition is being wrong, means if your a is not simply greater than the b, then our else condition will gonna execute here. Okay, so if a is not being greater than b, then our else condition will be run, and it will print let's take a message like your b is greater. Okay, means if your a is not being greater than b, then it is of course our b is greater than a. Okay, so b is greater. Now if I will run my code, if I run my code, then I can see the b is greater is being printed onto my screen. Okay, means I had taken the simple value here, that is a is equals to 5 and b is equals to 6. Means 6 is greater than 5. That's why the b is greater message is being printed here. Okay, now if I change the value of my a. Okay, let's make it 7. Okay, now my a is greater than b. Okay, so in this particular case a is a greater message should be printed. Okay, so let's run our program and then see which kind of output is being printed. Then a is greater it is being printed. Okay, so this is called your conditional statement. Means we are putting some kind of condition here. Okay, by using our if statement. Okay, so your if statement is called your conditional statement. Okay, and also there is some kind of, okay, now what if I will take the value of both a and b equal, what if uh, that means let's take it 6. Okay, now in this particular case my a and b both are equal. Okay, and now if I run my code, then see the by default message is being printed, that is b is greater than a, but the both value are equal. Okay, so for solving this kind of issue, there is a condition is being derived, is called nested if. Okay, and the meaning of your nested if means we will put l if a statement. Okay, l if the meaning of this particular statement, that you can pass the another condition here. Okay, then I will pass here that if your a is equals to b. Okay, a is equals to b, then I will print a simple message here that both are equal, both are equal here. Okay, and now if I run my program, then the both are equal statement is being executed. Okay, so this is called your ladder if statement. Means I had simple taken that if my if condition is being wrong, then my else if condition will gonna simple executed, and if my else if is become wrong, then after my else condition will be executed. Okay, so this is how we can perform this kind of operation in our conditional statement. Okay, there is also a concept come that is and or. Okay, so we had already seen the and or in our data type video, that is your and is also a kind of if I'll make it here. Okay, so if told you guys, like see, I had simply taken value of my a is equals to 6 and b is equals to, let's take here 8. Okay, and let's take another variable, let's take it here, c is equals to 9. Okay, and now if I told you that you have to compare all these three variables, and based on your that particular comparison, you have to print certain kind of messages. Okay, so if I told you that if your a is being greater than b, and also your c should be less than b, so only in that particular case you have to print some certain messages. Okay, so for solving those kind of problem, we are using the concept of and in our Python programming. Okay, so basically the concept of and is derived that if your both condition are true, then only in that uh, particular scenario, your that particular if or else condition will be gonna run or a compile. Okay, so if I will pass a and statement here, means if my a is greater than b and my b should be less than c. Okay, if these both the condition will be satisfied, only that particular scenario my a is greater message should be print. Okay, so if I will make it here. Okay, let's make your c less than 9, so I will take it here 8. Okay, so in this particular case our this a is greater message should be print. So now if I run it, then yeah, b is greater, here is being printed, means our a. Okay, so here in this particular case, see, if I will simply dry run my code, then I can see that a is greater than b, means 6 is greater than 9. No, then this particular case is being wrong. Okay, so if your one condition will become false, then your that particular condition will not gonna execute here. Okay, so for executing this if statement, our both conditions should be satisfied, means our a should be greater than b, means if my b is 9, then I will take a is equals to 10. Okay, so now in this particular scenario, our a is greater than b and b should be less than c. Okay, so b should be less than c, then I will take it here 10. Okay, so c is equals to 10. So now in this particular case, my these both condition is being satisfied. Okay, so now my if condition will gonna printed here. Okay, now if I'll run my code, then I can see the a is greater message is being printed. Okay, so the main concept of your AND is if both condition will be true, only that particular case your if condition will gonna run. Okay, and let's see the condition of or, means if only your one condition should be satisfied. Okay, even your single condition is become true, then your that particular statement will gonna print it. Okay, so in this case, if I will make it here, I will make here 8. Okay, so now a is greater than b, means 10 is greater than 9. Okay, it is become true, but b is less than c. No, your 9 is not less than 8. So in this particular case, our b is less than c is become false, but the a is greater than b is become true. Okay, so the main concept of your or means either your single statement is become true, then your whole condition is become true, and it will execute that particular condition. Okay, so if I will run, then our a is greater message should be the print. Okay, so see, our a is greater, it is being printed here. Okay, so this is how you can use the conditional statement in your Python programming for performing any kind of comparison on the given data. Okay. So I think this is all about your conditional statements. Okay. So in our next lecture, we will see the concept of loop and how you can iterate through the loop in Python program. Okay. So keep learning, keep growing. Have a nice day. Bye bye.